Alrighty guys, happy holidays. Hope you had a good Christmas. I certainly did not because two of my only holdings is down abysmally and the future does not look good. But this show is not about just me doomering about my life, right? It's about what are we going to do? Are we going to continue to hold on to our position or are we going to pivot, right? There's only three things you can do in life. You can do nothing, you can do something, or you can pivot, right? We're going to do nothing. We're going to hold and do nothing. Okay, I'm a doomer. Should have expected that. Anyways, so why am I continuing to hold on Blaize Holdings, and what other news has resurfaced or surfaced on Blaize Holdings that make me want to continue holding? And if you're watching and you're thinking about buying, I just also want to give you an up-to-date analysis of this stock and what has transpired in the past few weeks, right? The most up-to-date as far as I know. This is not 100% accurate information, right? More information could be out there that I am not accounting for, so don't take this as financial advice. In fact, this is not financial advice. This is far from financial advice. This is all for entertainment. And let's get into the video. All right, so something happened a week ago on Blaize Holding. I don't think many people are aware of what's happening, but you can see this as in two ways, right? It could be just something innocuous, or it could be something more insidious and pernicious, right? So recently, about a week ago, Blaize Holdings released a press release on the SEC filing. It states the following, right? I'm summarizing and paraphrasing. Essentially, the polar asset investment that occurred about a month ago for about $30 million into the Blaize Holdings investment round, right? They invested $30 million into Blaize Holdings for about $18 million worth of share. I think half of that is in warrants. What the prospectus said on the SEC filing essentially gives Polar Asset Management the ability to now dump the shares. Right now, the innocuous lens that you can put on this action is that, hey, they're just giving them the permission slip to do whatever they want with their money, with their shares that they have acquired, right? Fair and simple. If they want to liquidate, go ahead, and it actually gives them a more liquidative balance sheet, which is always good, especially in such a volatile market, right? Now, the pernicious part about this filing, which not many people are talking about, is that this opens up this trading strategy that a lot of hedge funds are and do employ. Is essentially they're able to short the stock, sell all the stock, and continue to short the stock. And then they don't have to worry about catastrophic rally on the underlying asset because the warrants that they hold, right? The warrants that they hold at $5 acts as a hedge if their short position ever goes against them, right? If Blaize rallies to $100, they have a $5 warrant that essentially hedge against them, against a infinite loss, right? So that's a short strategy that Polar Asset Management have the ability to employ right now, which is completely detrimental to the stock if you think about it. If Blaize didn't know about this, they would have been better off just doing an at-the-market dilution compared to doing a offering to Polar Asset Management, granting them about 8 million shares, common shares worth of warrants. So that's bad if that is what they're doing, and the probability of them doing that, I don't know, but it's likely. Okay, percentage I would give is that probably 50-50. Who knows, right? But it could just be something innocent, right? It could just be a permission slip for them to have a more liquid balance sheet, right? So that's what happened on the most recent SEC filing, right? So I'm just giving it to you guys straight, even though I'm back holder. I want my back to go up, but I'm an honest man. I believe if you're honest, you're more lucky, right? So hopefully my luck comes soon because my patience is running out. Anyways, what else? The COPE. Why am I still holding, right? Well, the COPE is why every one of you are back holding with me, right? And my last two videos on Blaize Holding got like 200 views, and it's still getting like 2 to 3 views a day. Well, not a day, maybe a week. So there is interest in the stock, right? People are doing due diligence on the stock, and my influence could have made them end up back holding the stock or not buy the stock. But I just want to give accurate information, as accurate as possible. I'm not saying the information I'm providing is accurate, not financial advice. So what is the COPE, right? What is the COPE heading into 2026? Well, not much. The only COPE is that they start realizing some of their $725 pipeline customers, their year-end update, which is tradition for companies to release some sort of year-end update for investors to have a more optimistic outlook as they go into the next year. Hopefully we get some more color on whether or not they're able to convert some of that pipeline into actual hard revenue, right? If not, then, well, 1,000 years of backholding awaits you, and poverty awaits me as well. But it's okay. Just takes something for Blaize to moon. But yeah, don't watch your margins, by the way, because you don't want to get liquidated, right? Backholding is one thing, being liquidated on margin is another, and especially if you use Robinhood, margin is such easy access, and yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna get burned on margin. But I digress. let's get back on topic. What are we talking about? The Coupon Blaize AI. So they have two customers, still two customers, that they announced about 4 months ago. No new announcement of new customers, which, you know, it's not a good look on Blaize. And even the two customers that they currently have they're tenuous at best, right? It's some no name from Asia, no name CEO, no name company. The margins are super thin. They're not even robust customers, to put it mildly. And yeah, it's not looking too good. The auto chips are delayed for multiple quarters. I could even say years. So not looking too good. But the $725 million worth of pipeline, I hope they're able to execute and convert some of that to actual revenue, right? There are many sister companies to Blaize Holdings that's similar, but they focus mostly on defense. And they're all in $4 billion worth of market cap. And if Blaize can capture just, you know, some of that demand, obviously Blaize is more focused on like city building and all that stuff, but they also have the capabilities to go into defense. You know, they just need to do something. The management can't just be sitting around and jerking off all the time. Gotta do something, right? It's been 4 months. You know, I think they're cooking. They have to be cooking, right? If they're not cooking, it's on site for the CEO, man. I will sock him in the jaw, okay? Anyways, not advocating for violence, right? Words are enough, okay? Mean words are enough, all right? So, am I still holding? Yes, I am. Will I average down? Probably. I'm a loser. So yeah, that's my little update on Blaize Holdings. Any other updates? Not really. Moving on. Beeline Holdings, right? I've also opened a position on Beeline Holdings. My thesis: real estate is going to go back up, and Beeline has this Beeline Equity crypto product, which allows you to sell a fractional share of your home for cash without interest rate attached to it. I think that's a really good idea. Only caveat to that I have reiterated on my previous videos and even on my stock twits is that for this to work, they need a massive amount of liquidity on the other side for them to fulfill the demand of this product, right? So if 1,000 homes want to get this product, they need 1,000 home worth of liquidity. Where are they going to get that? Is the broader crypto market, which is the international market. Are they able to fulfill that liquidity? Who knows? You know, but if that's not a hard issue to solve, right? Fundraising has never been the bottleneck, right? It's never been the bottleneck in business. Fundraising, raising money has never been the bottleneck, and I think that if B9 is able to execute this without any legal impediments, I think it's gonna move, right? How much is B9 right now? B9 is less than 60 million market cap, fully diluted with all their outstanding stuff. 37 million shares, so this is about 80 million market cap, right? Good investment, good risk and reward ratio. So that's my other investment in here. I think B9 equity is gonna continue to scale. And B9 itself, the platform, the mortgage platform is going to scale as, you know, rates come down, as the mortgage industry heats up, right? That's my thought on B9 Holdings. Right now, new section of the video is called the beef section. Okay, all right, let's go to the beef section. All right, so this guy, right? I blocked. This is me. Okay, my username. I believe. That's how you pronounce it. I believe. I blocked. I believe because, excuse me. He constantly bashed Blaize with derogatory statements, called him a fraud, and thought he could manipulate the market to fit his bare thesis through negativity. His promotion of day trading over long-term investing exemplifies the mentality that loses money. The consistent winners are diversified VCs, asset managers, investment bankers, long-term investors. I favor long-term, whatever. Sounds like ChatGPT wrote this, okay? Who cares what he says? Let's see how he looks, okay? All right, I'm gonna rate him, okay? Forehead, hairline receding, eyebrows, pretty good. It's a bit blurry. Okay, now the more I look at it, the more he looks like Chat, so I think he mocks me, so let's not do this, okay? Fuck. Alright, anyways, what he is saying is, okay, this guy is just a follower, ignore him as well. Okay, when you think constructive criticism is bashing a company, I think you need to reevaluate how you ingest information online. Okay, constructive criticism is good, okay, especially on the things you invest in. What you don't want is to have an echo chamber, which is essentially what you are fostering, right? So that's just my 2 cents, okay? If we can't beat him in looks, we gotta beat him in logic, right? But again, looks beats logic, so who cares anyways? He mocks me anyways, whatever. I'm in the video. So happy New Year. Hope you guys have a great New Year. How's my gray suit, by the way? Custom tailored. Oh, touch my mic again. Yeah, really nice. This should cost me $2,000. So I'm gonna go to Venezuela soon. No, not Venezuela. Maybe Venezuela if they're cheap enough, so I could get cheaper suits, right? I could get killed, but who knows? You know, it's the risk and reward, such as life. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Hope 2026 is good. Never kill yourself, and peace.